Hello everyone, welcome on our YouTube channel Vans Vlog. As you know, uh, we have started a video series for the preparation of German driving license theory with the cooperation and full support of Fahrschul Card. Till the last video we have started topic number 6 and we have uploaded 3 videos for topic number 6 from question number 1 to question number 90, 30 questions each. Now today we will in this video we will cover further 30 questions, that means starting from question number 91 till question number 120. Before starting this video, if you are new on our channel, don't forget to subscribe, like the video and share with your friend circles. So now the first question for today: what does this traffic sign indicate? So it's a traffic sign. Normally you will not see this traffic sign that much on the roads. It's a section or a path of autobahn which is not normally being used that much. It's, you can say, a kind of diversion for autobahn or a path of motorway or autobahn which is not used that much. It's only used in some very rare or particular cases. So this traffic sign mean an obligatory diversion for vehicles with dangerous goods? No, it has nothing to take. Maybe this orange sign, or sometime we will see in upcoming videos some vehicles with the orange sign are related to the like dangerous goods, but this sign has nothing to do with the nothing to take with the to do with the dangerous goods. An autobahn section which is normally not used very much. This answer is correct. The place where the autobahn must be exited? No. Normally for the Ausfahrt or exit of the autobahn there is a clear arrow sign. This we will see in the next questions. This sign is only a path of indicates a path of autobahn which is not being used, a part of autobahn which is not used that much. Next question is: during daylight you enter a lit tunnel marked like this, what do you do? So it's a sign of tunnel, it's very clear. Just remember 2 to 3 basic rules I will explain here whenever you enter the tunnel. Rule number 1: you should take away your sunglasses. If you are wearing sunglasses, take them out. Number 1. Number 2: you should, even if it's the day, you have to drive in the tunnel with a dip headlight. Like if you have front light, you have to dip it. You have to drive in every case in tunnel with a dipped headlights. The second rule: no sunglasses, dipped headlights. Or number 3, when there is a traffic jam inside the tunnel, then you have to switch on your warning lights. Normally it's everywhere. If you have traffic jam on the autobahn, you have to switch on these 2 warning lights on the back of your car. Similar is the rule with tunnel. So these are the basic rules. We will see there are some questions related to tunnel. So during daylight you enter a lit tunnel marked like this, what do you do? I switch on the side lights? No, you don't need to switch side lights. You have to switch on the dipped headlights. I do not have to switch on. You have to switch on the lights, headlights, but dipped. But side light or no light on, these options are not correct. Only the second option is correct. Next question: what do you have to do when you see this traffic sign? So when you see this traffic sign, it's a tunnel. We know. No sunglasses, dipped headlights. This we can see. Switch on the hazard warning lights. Normally look, when there is a traffic congestion or traffic jam inside the tunnel, then you have to switch on the hazard warning lights. It will be mentioned in the question that you enter a tunnel having traffic jam. Then if it's traffic jam, then you have to switch on the hazard light. But it's a currently it's not a problem. So no hazard light, switch on the dipped headlights. This is a mandatory. Take off your sunglasses. These both answers are correct. The first, switch on the hazard warning lights, this option is not correct. It's only in case of traffic jam. Next question is again of tunnel. You drive into a brightly lit tunnel which is indicated like this. So tunnel, drive without lights? No. Drive with daylight running lights? No. Drive with dipped headlights. Clearly just remember this: dipped headlights. No daylight, daytime running light, no side lights, and no driving without lights but with the dipped headlights. Next question is: what does this traffic sign combination indicate? So if there is no red sign, only this blue sign, it is known as traffic calming zone, or we call it in Deutsches Verkehrs beruhigter Bereich. Like over here it's a resident area, maybe residents are on the road. There are some basic rules for this traffic calming zone. You have to drive on a walking speed called Schrittgeschwindigkeit. You need to be very careful while there could be pedestrians on the road. Number 3, as you know, in the normal city or inside city, we can park on the road anywhere where there are suitable parking area. But in this case, in this area, traffic calming zone, you have to park only on dedicated park plots or parking areas, not on the road. So these are the basic rules. But you know, this traffic calming zone is finished here. It is not started, it's finished. So the end of a traffic calming zone, it's not a children playground, and even it's not a pedestrian zone. They have a different signs. It's a traffic calming zone and it is ending here. The answer is very simple. What does this traffic road sign mean? So it's a traffic sign. We know this traffic sign mean priority, and no parking, yeah, on the carriageway. This we know. This with this priority sign, we cannot park on the roadway outside build-up areas. We can only park on the hard shoulder outside build-up areas. But if this sign inside the build-up areas, then you can park on the roadway as well. But with this sign outside build-up areas, you cannot park on the roadway. No parking on the carriageway or the roadway outside of settlements or build-up areas. This traffic sign mean no expressway. It's a different Federal Bundesstraße. This sign we have seen. This sign indicate priority road, and this sign also tells that no parking on the carriageway or on the road outside of build-up areas or settlements. Next question is, what does this traffic sign indicate? You see this traffic sign. Actually, if you can see this traffic sign, it's a U3, and it's an arrow. An arrow means there is a diversion. It was a road, or it could be a diversion for a Bundesstraße, or for any. It's a diversion arrow of U3, like U3. There is a diversion. So it's a number diversion. Like it's a normally it is with the arrow and the yellow shield for the Federal Bundesstraße, and the number is written here. It is a diversion that you can use this part of the road. Diversion. A number underground park, there is no sign of parking. A tram line tram line number 3, it is no sign of tram, that the tram is coming. It's a clear number diversion in this case. Let's move to the next question. What do you have to be aware of when you see this traffic sign combination? So let's see the sign. It's a priority road, but in which direction? If you are taking left turn, then this is the priority road. If you are leaving this road, then you have no priority at all. If you are on this junction and you are taking the left turn, then only you stay on the priority road. Otherwise you will leave the priority road. Anyhow, you have priority on this junction. If you are taking left turn, you have to indicate the left, and then you will be staying on the priority road. But if you leave this road, then you can go straight away, but you will not be anymore on the priority road. So what the sign indicate? If I continue driving straight ahead, I have to signal right. No, you are driving straight ahead, no indicator is needed. The direction of a traffic to the left is prescribed. No, it's not prescribed. It is if I am following the priority road, I have to signal a left turn, because this is the direction of this priority road. So if I want to follow the priority road, if I am following the priority road, I have to signal left. Next question is, what must you do upon seeing this traffic sign? So if you see this traffic sign, it's clearly, you can see it's a pedestrian or zebra crossing. So you should ready to brake, you should ready to stop, you should not stop your vehicle on this sign. So I may not remain stationary on the pedestrian crossing if the traffic backs up. They are saying, for example, you see there is a traffic jam in front of you, and what happens, you see, but still if you see that if I continue traveling or driving, then maybe I need to stop directly on this sign because of the traffic over here, traffic jam. Then better, if the traffic is backing up, then you should not stop here, you should stop before this line. So I may not remain stationary on the pedestrian crossing. You should not stop here if there is a traffic backup. I must allow the pedestrian to cross the road. Clear. I must approach at a moderate speed if it is clear that pedestrian want to. Yes, if you see some pedestrians are coming from a far way but they are willing to cross the road, then you have to approach this path on a very moderate speed and allow them to cross the road. Next question is, what must you do, what must you be prepared for here? So if you see, here is written Verkehrshelfer. There are some volunteers or some persons who are helping the traffic, like they are adjusting or managing the traffic. So What must you be prepared for here? That the flowing traffic will come to stop definitely, because a person or someone authorized person is managing the traffic, so maybe he will ask somebody to stop for a moment, so there could be a stop in flow of traffic. Children will cross the road more frequently than usual. This is also clear from here. Why he is for care helper? There could be some children on the road and he or she or this helper is helping them, so there could be children on the road as well who are crossing the road. Very careful. That children will be playing on the road under supervision, it's not a sign of, like, it's not a tennis or badminton racket, it's a for care helper. You can see here, it's not a playground, something like this, na. And this answer is correct. Let's move to the next question. Our next question is, what applies according to this traffic sign? So whenever you see this traffic sign, I think we have already discussed this traffic sign a few questions back, that it's a traffic calming zone. So here you need to be very careful. Pedestrian could be on the road, you need to travel with walking speed, known as Schrittgeschwindigkeit, and then you need to park only on the designated park places. Be ready to brake. These are important points regarding this traffic calming zone. So I have to drive at walking speed, yes. I may not impede pedestrians, yes. I may only park on designated places. Like, these all three options are in fact in this question are correct. Next question is, what does this traffic sign combination mean to you? So like we already know, this is a priority sign. You have priority and the priority road is taking a left turn. So if you want to continue on the priority road taking left turn, you have to indicate left. I am not permitted to turn right or drive straight ahead. There is no such sign that you are not allowed, with a red cross sign, for example, that you are not allowed to go straight ahead or take a right turn. No. I am on priority road, that left bend. This option is correct. If I continue driving straight ahead, I have to allow right of way to the vehicles arriving from right. No. On this junction, you see this traffic sign. In every case, you have priority. If you are taking a left turn, then you are on a priority road and your priority continues. But if you are leaving this road, for example, you are moving straight ahead or you are taking a right turn, then still traffic coming from the right will have that red inverted triangle, forward give way and stop and give way sign. So you don't need to worry. If you continue straight ahead, still you have a right of way. You don't need to allow the right of way to the vehicles arriving from right, because they will have automatically. The driving system in Germany, the road system is built in that way that if you have priority sign on your side, then the traffic coming from right or traffic coming from left will have definitely that red inverted triangle for Fatgeveren. So only the second option is correct in this particular case. What does this traffic sign indicate? Soll. Many of you who are already familiar with German language, they know Soll means custom. So that is a custom office. Toll road, no. Prohibition on through traffic, there is no such sign that there is a prohibition for through traffic. I think we know there is only a red circle with nothing inside. That's a prohibition. It's a custom point. It's simple. Soll mean custom check or custom point. Move to the next question. What is correct in this situation? So if you see, you were in a build-up area, inside a build-up area, and inside a city or build-up area. Now this is red sign. There is a city, Wilster or Kreis whatsoever. It has been finished. That means there is now you are not anymore inside Wilster. After 6 kilometer, a new city gonna be start. Shorten 6 kilometer after 6 kilometer. So that means that maybe inside the city you had a speed restriction maximum somewhere inside the city 30 km per hour, and then on some roads 50 km per hour. But now that restriction city is no more there. Now you are on Überlandstraße or you are on Federal Road, Bundesstraße. So over here, that means a built-up area is ended and the new built-up area shorten will be started in 6 kilometers. So what it means, a deviation, and there were no sign of deviation. A built-up area ends. A built-up area naming Wilster was there, a city. Now it's finished. A built-up area starts. No, a built-up area starts. Sign will be. If you consider only this sign, just forget Wilster for a moment. If you see this sign shorten, no arrow is there, or shorten is shield is there, that means build-up area has been started. Take down your speed to 50 km per hour. This sign you will see in few minutes. So our next question is, what do you have to observe in traffic situation like this? If you see, there is a motorbike, a rider of the motorbike. I think there is some problem with his motorbike, so he is like taking it with him. And you see dotted line. So if you are not in danger, if like it's a kind of obstacle in your way, you want to bypass him. If you see dotted line, if it was a solid line, you were not allowed to come a little bit even on this road, but now it's a dotted line, and if you are not endangering traffic coming in this way, you can go out a little bit, overtake this guy and come back into the lane. So what do you have to do? Observe in this traffic situation, not cross the center line if this would endanger the traffic. You are allowed here to cross the this dotted line or center line, but in that, like, if only in that case you are not allowed to cross if it could endanger oncoming traffic. This option is correct. You are allowed, but you have to be very careful about the oncoming traffic. Cross the center line in order to overtake, you are allowed. If it was solid line, you are not allowed, but in this case you are allowed. Cross the center line in order to pass by the obstruction. You can cross the center line to pass by this obstruction, and then you can carry on your journey. Next question, you want to park on the right hand side of a carriageway. How big is the mandatory minimum distance between your vehicle and the solid lane boundary? So this you have to learn by heart. We will try to upload a bonus video in which we will give all of these distances, how much you should be away from a particular traffic sign and how much should be a distance, but they are for time being you have to learn it. You want to park on the right hand side edge of a carriageway. I think you maybe already know this right hand side carriageway. I will try to somewhere show here. No, if you go to ebook, then maybe if I'm able to show you sorry, some traffic sign over here. I think, but normally I will tell you, normally there is a road, like take an example like this. You have this road and then it's a carriageway or the road. If you want to park on the right hand side edge, like over, for example, there is a solid line, and then like we will take it like this. This is our road. I will try to explain it here. For example, you see that it is a solid line. For example, you want, like, the road is like this from here till here, and this area is empty. You want to park your car here. So what should be the distance between this line and the lane of the solid line? They are asking about this. So this question is, we want to park on the right hand side of a carriageway. How big is the mandatory minimum distance between your vehicle and the solid lane? It's 3 meter. You have to learn it by heart. There is no other option. It's a 3 meter. We will make a separate video for that for sure, but for timing, if you want to park on a right hand side or hard shoulder of a carriageway, the distance minimum should be of 3 meter. Our next question is, what do you do when you see this traffic sign on an autobahn? If you are traveling on a motorway, red triangle means there is something dangerous and traffic congestion. If you see, we already have solved that question. So there is a traffic congestion. That means whenever you are autobahn, you see this kind of traffic sign, you need to aware the traffic following you. In that case, we turn on the warning light, and then in some cases we also need to make a way for like traffic police or ambulance, known as Retungase. So let's see this traffic question. In case of traffic jam, move over onto the hard shoulder and proceed. This option is not correct. That if there is traffic jam, move on the hard shoulder and proceed. No, you are like the hard shoulder normally it's on the motorway. It's for the sometime if the car is damaged, they are parked over there, or some other traffic. But you, in this case, you should stay in your lane and wait for a traffic jam to over. It's not recommended. Maybe you are on a hard shoulder and then you are going to take an exit, so it's not allowed to drive on a hard shoulder on a motorway. only you should stay in your lane. Increase your alertness as a matter of precaution. Increase your distance to the vehicle in front. Yeah, it is also possible that if the vehicle moving in front of you suddenly brake, in that case there could be an accident. So better if you are alert and increase your distance to the vehicle in front. In case of traffic jam, brake and switch on hazard warning lights. Like you have to warn the traffic following you that there is some hazard or traffic jam, so you also need to switch on hazard warning lights. Let's move to the next question. What must you do when you see this traffic sign? So you see there is a very sharp left hand bend. So note you are not taking a you are not moving to the left, which is we have seen the blue sign and the arrow, but here a very sharp left hand bend. So drive as far as possible over on the right hand side. Yeah, because if you are already on the right hand side, that there will be a chance that you can easily move to the left. If you are already on the left hand side very close, then here you have to use much more power on the steering to move immediately. If you have already kept a distance from there, then there is a big ground for you. You will easily turn to the right hand side. So drive as far as possible over the right hand side. Indicate left before the bend. There is no change of direction. There is only a road which is taking a bend. You don't need to indicate the left indicator. Reduce speed before the bend for sure, otherwise your car can skid out from the bend. It could be dangerous. So speed you need to anyhow reduce. What do you do within this danger section? So you see a red triangle, some danger related to the animal, like you are traveling within, like in a jungle or through a jungle, some animals can come onto the road. So they are telling that animals could emerge onto the road, they can come onto the road, and you need to be very careful for 3 kilometers. If you see, if there were no arrows, that means 3 kilometer, like after 3 kilometer animal area or animal danger area will be started. But here they are telling right now for 3 kilometer be careful, there could be any animal on the road. So what do you do when you see this situation? Do not avoid hitting game animal. Like this is translation, they are telling this wild animal as game animal. So do not avoid hitting game animal if oncoming traffic would be in danger. Like you should try your best not to hit that wild animal, but if it is there is no other way, it is inevitable to hit the animal to avoid the danger to oncoming traffic, then go for that. Like then you can hit. Drive more slowly and watch out for game animals for sure. Very careful for driving. Dip the headlights and brake when you see game animal, because if your headlight is flashing, or for example is on high beam, then game animal or this wild animal, like normally they become blind in this heavy light, and they will not understand anything, and they could hit your car. So with a very dip headlight, and be ready to brake or brake when you see the wild animal. Next question, what must you be prepared for upon seeing this traffic sign? So if you see there is a traffic sign, this sign is indicating that there is heavy wind. Like normally these instruments we have in the windy areas, when there is a strong wind, they tell how strong is the wind and in which direction. So whenever there is a strong wind from right hand side, maybe your car will be pushed to the left, like a wind coming from the right is hitting your car very hard. So sometimes you need to counter steer. Like if the wind is coming from the right, you need to move your car or steer a bit in the right, so that you can counter that wind. In some cases wind is so strong that it can take your car out of your lane or out of your spur. So what you need here, you must be prepared for side winds. For aircraft, no, it is not a sign of aircraft. It's a different sign. We will see in upcoming questions. You should be ready for counter steering. If there is heavy wind, you need to counter it with the counter steering. So these two options are correct. Now let's move to the next question. What must you be prepared for upon seeing this traffic sign? So if you see this traffic sign, again there is a strong wind, counter steering, everything. So for an alteration in the responsiveness of the vehicle, for sure, maybe you have to be very careful. Now you should be careful, but in that case maybe counter steering is needed. For the necessity of counter steering, for the necessity for adjusting speed, maybe you need to slow down your vehicle or alternate the speed as per the required condition. So these all answers are correct. What must you remember when you see this traffic sign? So you see there is a traffic sign, snow or winter wheels, winter hyphen, and with some snow chain on that. So in that case, when on winter hyphen there is some snow chains like this, you are allowed maximum 50 kilometer per hour. Just remember this point. So use snow chains. This answer is correct. Whenever you see this traffic sign, you are allowed to use this road when you are using snow chain. So for sure, maximum permissible speed with this snow chain wheel is 50 km. If there is no snow chain, normal winter tide, you can take the permissible speed whatsoever on the road. But with this snow chain, in winter you are only allowed 50 km per hour. Track vehicles have priority. There is no such sign of priority that track vehicles have. So only these first two options are correct. Which traffic sign refers to the permissible total mass? So if you see, there are two type of vehicles, two type of signs. One is 5.5 ton, the other one is with a truck sign and 7.5 ton. So they are asking permissible total mass. So if you see permissible total mass, it is actually, it could be an actual mass, but if you see, if you remember here, this sign is totally completed. Like, you are allowed the permissible total mass 7.5 ton. They are also indicating an extra sign to you that these kind of vehicles, up to these kind of vehicles you can come. Maximum 7.5 ton. Your normal car is allowed for sure, but maximum up to 7.5 ton. So the complete description is actually an actual mass. Which traffic sign refers to the permissible total mass? So total mass is this total mass 7.5 ton with a more description. This sign is complete. So simple, remember like this. The sign which has more clarity, more explanation, that answer is correct in this case. So 2 is correct in this case. Next question is, which traffic sign refers to the actual mass? So if you see, there is no mass, no weight or no mass is written here. So mass is written here, maximum 5.5 ton. So this answer is clear. Actual mass, if you cannot predict the actual mass of this, but you see there is a concrete value 5.5. So in this case, option number 1 is correct. Next question, which vehicles are prohibited from using a road sign posted like this? So you see, which vehicles are prohibited from using a road sign posted like this? The vehicles which have which have the maximum axle weight. If you see, normally if you are not familiar with the system of the car, there are two axles. The one is front axle, on which we have the front right and front left, two wheels, front wheels, and then there is a rear axle on which we have two back wheels. So they are showing that if you, and this sign is of axle, if your if the weight of your axle is 2 ton, then you are allowed. But on this road, if your weight of your axle is more than 2 ton, you are not allowed. So they are asking which vehicles are prohibited from using a road sign posted like this. Like they are telling 2 ton is mentioned here. So with a permissible axle weight exceeding 2 ton, not the permissible, but actually it should be an actual weight. Actually actual weight is the weight which is telling everything, the car specifications, your type of car plus weight. So those vehicles which have the actual axle weight of 2 ton are not allowed. Permissible axle weight, for example, the permissible axle weight is is somehow less than 2 ton, but the total or the actual axle weight could exceed 2 ton. Always focus on the actual axle weight. Permissible total weight not exceeding, anyhow if not exceeding 2 ton, it is allowed. So they are asking about which kind of vehicle are not allowed to use sign posted like this. Just remember the term actual. So the actual weight, if the actual weight exceeds 2 ton, then you are not allowed. If the permissible axle weight exceeds 2 ton, there are different questions on that. Just remember the term actual. So if your actual axle weight is 2 ton, up to 2 ton you are allowed. If actual axle weight exceeds 2 ton, then you are not allowed to use use road posted sign like this. Let's move to the next question. What does this traffic sign indicate? You see, there is a traffic sign. They are telling that like maximum width of 2 meter. So like there could be like maximum till 2 meter. You have to be very careful about this. So what this sign is telling, actually 2 meter, they are telling a roadway 2 meter wide. No, if there was a roadway 2 meter wide, then there should be an extra sign with this, or an extra indication of road, of something like an arrow. But here they are not telling the width of the road is 2 meter. They are telling they are asking you must keep a lateral distance of at least 2 meter. No, there is no such sign that you should keep a distance of 2 meter from the vehicle. They are telling prohibition for vehicles more than 2 meter wide including load, because like there is a situation. For example, your vehicle, total width of your vehicle is less than 2 meter, it's 1.8, but you are putting some weight on it with the side edges. What does it mean? Then that means that your total width is more than 2 meter. In that case, they are telling that this like the maybe they are telling like the roadway gonna be narrowing for 2 meter, or like there is some dangerous situation regarding the width. If you see, this direction is of width and this direction is of height. So if you see 2 meter maximum, so a prohibition for vehicles more than 2 meter wide including load should be considered as well. Only this option is correct. If a roadway is 2 meter wide, then there would be an additional sign. I think this we will see in this topic itself. Which vehicles can cause serious accident when this traffic sign is ignored? So if you see, only those vehicles which have maximum height of 3.8 meter can enter this road. Maybe there is like or underground road or whatsoever is, or tunnel maybe. So but if the height is more than 3.8 meter, they can cause some dangerous situation or accident. So which vehicle can cause serious accident? If you see, this sign arrow is up and down. This direction is of height, how high, and this direction is of width. So now arrow is up and down, they are indicating height. So we have to see 2.5, directly go, don't think about length and width. See height, 2.5 meter, no problem. 4 meter, yes. If height is more than 3.8 meter and you see 4 meter height is of vehicle, if your vehicle has 4 meter height, then dangerous situation or serious accident. 3 meter anyhow is less than 3.8 meter. So only second option is correct in this case. Which vehicles with which vehicles are you not allowed to drive on a road sign posted like this? So they are telling till maximum 10 meter, till maximum, like if you are like if the total length of your vehicle is 10 meter, then you are allowed. But if your length is greater than 10 meter, then you are not allowed. 10 meter is clearly indicated here. So with which vehicles are you not allowed? Truck with a length of 9 meter including load. 9 meter is anyhow under 10. Car with a caravan with an extra trailer, total length of 11 meter. Yes, car, maybe the car has a length of, you can say maybe 5 to 6 meter or 7 meter, but your caravan, your trailer is of 4 meter, then it's 11 meter, and over here you are not allowed to enter anyhow greater than 10 meter. Tractor with a trailer, total length of again 12 meter, greater than 10. So only these two options are correct. Let's move to the next question. What does this traffic sign indicate? This traffic sign is very common. We have seen if there was no red sign, then it is a sign of a motorway or autobahn. But now red sign mean autobahn is finished. So temporary closure of autobahn, no, it's not a sign like this. The end of an autobahn. Simple, autobahn finished. And the end of a clear way for motor vehicle, no, clear way actually there is also a sign of Kraftstrasse or a clear way. This we will see in upcoming question. But this sign, this road sign is clearly of motorway. So end of an autobahn is the correct answer in this case. What does this traffic sign indicate? Which traffic sign? Where is the traffic sign? I cannot see traffic sign. Now traffic sign appeared. So what does this traffic sign indicate? You see, this is a sign of clear way or a Kraftstrasse. Just remember this sign. We have already discussed this sign. So this is the end of clear way. Motor vehicles prohibited? No, it's not a sign of motor vehicle prohibited. Normally it would be in red circle then. The end of a clear way for motor vehicles only. Yeah, clear way, the road is finished for motor vehicles. End of an autobahn has a different sign that we have seen already in the last question. So here we are done with 120 questions for topic number 6. New video is finished. Now in the next video we will start from question number 121 till question number 150. If you have any question, any doubt about the questions, please put in the comment section. For any feedback, for any appreciation, you can also put in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like our video, share with your friends. So this was everything for this video. We wish you a happy learning, and until the next video, take care and bye.